Guys, welcome back to another Flea Market Adventures. This is the 5th installment of this series, and I have to tell you, I'm really happy to get back out to the flea markets because buying anything retro right now is just ridiculous with the pricing. So this is my first time back in 2016. I went last weekend, and this was during March break. So you can see that all the walkways are clean, the pavement is dry, but there's still snow all over. We're still, we're gonna get one more good snow in March. So it's the middle of March. It was -1 when I got there at about 10 in the morning, and I think it was getting close to +6 when I was leaving around lunchtime. Not a whole heck of a lot out there. There was a bunch of cars. I'm guessing that everyone was still on the inside part of the flea market, which goes year-round, but this was the first day that they had outdoor vendors again, and even if I didn't find anything, I was just happy to be back out there. As you can see, the aisles are pretty sparse, and I'm sure it's going to pick up a lot more. By the time we're up to Easter break and into early April, it's going to be booming here again. Brought along the little knockoff GoPro just for some extra footage.
Get all fence footage.
Oh look, a wild Pikachu has appeared.
Supposed to be filming too.
One thing that I really like about the flea market is how each booth can be so different. One guy will be selling rugs, another guy will be selling gardening equipment, the next one over will be selling swords and strawberries. There was even a guy dressed up as a clown last year selling stuffed animals. So here's another example of a table that has vases, tin pictures, picture frames, Lego Star Wars, a few games, stuff in display cases, just a real classic example of what you'll see at the flea market. Here we have Qui-Gon, Obi-Wan, and Darth Maul from The Phantom Menace. I haven't seen these figures before. Guy wanted $20 each for them. I guess for the Star Wars collector, but I'd have nowhere to put them. Now here's something I'm starting to see a little bit more of at the flea market. The guy has a printed out piece of paper showing that they go for $50 on eBay, and he's charging $20 a piece for these collector's editions for Dragon Ball Z. And here's another thing that I'm seeing at the flea markets way too often now. Look at these prices for GameCube games. Now, I'm the Loch Ness Monster, and of course I love Super Nintendo, but I'm also a really big fan of Genesis, and every time I see those cases, I have to go look. And even better, when there's no label on the case, I always have to pop it open. There might be a hidden gem. 99% of the time it's going to be a sports game, or it's going to be Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. Case in point.
Just an empty one. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Another empty one. Look. Oh, it's by data now.
This is the way my day feels it's been going. Nintendo paddles with no system next to it.
Sad remnants. One pack.
And you talk about the Genesis, of course you find a Genesis in the box. Now the guy wanted $60 on this. The box is haggard, there's no top, there's part of the styrofoam missing, and even when I looked in it, it didn't look like it had both paddles. It's a pass for me. Even if you don't have a Genesis of your own yet and you run into this, I don't know, I think $60 is still pretty high of a price even with this box. Now, normally I'm not happy when I see resellers, but because there was nothing out there when I saw this table, I was like, thank God. They were sports games, but it was actually a pretty good deal. The game in the box, 2 for $5. Usually something I would avoid when you see a display case with video games in it, but this guy was actually pretty cool. I bought a few things from him, and I wound up shooting the shit for a little bit. You know, I like the PlayStation 2. I really do. It was a fun system, a lot of great titles, but I feel bad for these games. They're gonna get weather worn, sun damaged, because no one's looking to spend $10 for a PlayStation 2 game. $9 for the Rob Amiibo by himself. I'll take that. This bin of movies and games have been out here for years. The plastic's coming off the case, sun damaged, it even looks like they've been wet a few times. Another reseller here. This guy had multiple consoles out, but no deals with this guy. Another table full of garbage, pretty beat up Game Boy and a GameCube. Guy wanted 20 for each, didn't really know what they were, didn't have any cables, and the screen was missing from the Game Boy. And that's gonna end it for this day back at the flea market. So again, I was happy just to get out there for March break. Stick around, the next part of the episode, guys, I'm gonna show you all the stuff that I got from the flea market, along with a few pickups over the March break holiday. I just want to show you guys quickly the inside part of the flea market, this new game booth that opened up. Check out these games this guy has for sale. Okay guys, so I'll start off with the few items that I did pick up from the flea market. First up, 2 for $5, I got Bulls vs. Blazers and NHL 95. Now, NHL 95 had the right game in the box, but Bulls vs. Blazers was NBA Live. $9 for the Amiibo of Rob. Took a chance for $8 on a PS1 Slim, no wires, no controllers. And I spent $7 on a very clean Super Game Boy. And here is the stuff that I picked up from March break and late February. I'm going to be doing it a little differently than what we're used to, so if you prefer the pickups to be shown like this from here on out, guys, let me know down in the comments, please, and thank you. Picked up 2 items off AliExpress. The first being a reproduction cart of Panic Restaurant, and it even came with a small collector's box, $19. I also picked up Super Games 150-in-1, and if you'd like to see more on this cart or what games are available on this cart, guys, you can check out the video that I just did, and the link will be down in the description. For $5, I picked up Secret Scrolls Flying Dragon. Not the greatest game, but a title that I do not have, and $5 for a game right now is pretty damn good. I also picked up the Atari Lynx, and it came with Hard Drivin'. I spent $60 on this. I hadn't seen one in a long time, and I was really happy to get this. A review on this system may be coming. I picked up Pokemon Blue version for the Nintendo 3DS, and if you'd like to add me, my friend code is down here. Just let me know in a message or the comments what your numbers are and that you sent me a request. I picked up an Easy Cap Capture card for retro stuff. I'm going to give that a try. Tired of filming off the TV. For $4, I picked up a TV Power Play, just something from a thrift shop, I think at maybe even the beginning of February. For $9, I picked up another Nintendo 64 paddle. It's still in the package from Microplay where I bought it. I didn't take it out at the time. This was $9 and it's the black version. PS4, I picked up God of War 3 and Borderlands. Borderlands was $35, but it comes with the 2 games and I'm having a lot of fun playing that one right now. God of War, I think I picked it up for $15. Finished it fairly quickly. It was enjoyable. It's a hack and slash, but pretty short. For Xbox One, I picked up Mega Man Legacy Collection, having a lot of fun with this. For the Wii U, I picked up the Twilight Princess Zelda Collector's Edition with the amiibo in it. Then for free, my buddy Water Music Retro, and if you want to check out his site, which I highly suggest, his link will be down in the description. He had a video on and he showed Blades of Steel on Game Boy that he picked up, and I just mentioned in the comments that I didn't know that Blades of Steel was on the Game Boy, and he sent me the Blades of Steel game, Football, and Episode 3 on Game Boy Advance. Really cool guy, thank you very much. And speaking of another great guy, Mark, MT Shark 7, his link will also be in the description. Same thing, we were just shooting the shit on internet, and I mentioned that I didn't have any games for my e-reader. He sent these to me, and they got here fairly quick too, in like 3 days. He sent me all the cards for Ice Climber, Pinball, and Donkey Kong Jr. And that's going to do it for another flea market adventure, guys. So let me know down in the comments if you want to see me start doing my pickups more where it's just the pictures and me talking over them, or if you want me to go back to actually doing standing in front of my games, talking about them, holding them up in front of you. I really like to know which one you'd prefer to see for a pickups. I'll also be back with Flea Market Adventures 6, hopefully in April, so stay tuned for that. And also, guys, don't forget to check those links. Water Music Retro and MT Shark both have channels that are way better than mine. We really need to get their subs up, and I'd really appreciate if you went go check out their stuff. Until next time, guys, this is Loch Ness Monster signing out. Take care and good night.